Hello, so today we are on day 38. So we're going to be looking at another Ducksters webpage, and this is going to be on recycling. So what is recycling? Recycling is a way to take trash and turn it into new products. There are a number of different recycling processes that allow materials to be used more than once. What can be recycled? All sorts of materials can be recycled. Some of the most common processes in use today involve recycling plastic, glass, metals, paper, electronics, and textiles. Typical used items made of these materials include soda cans, plastic milk cartons, newspapers, old computers, and cardboard boxes. So here are recycling bins for different types of materials. How does recycling work? Recycling is actually a complicated process and is different for each type of material. Aluminum cans. Cans were one of the first items to be heavily recycled. The process isn't quite as complicated as it is for some other materials. The cans are first shredded and then melted. From there, the aluminum can be used to make new cans and other aluminum items. Plastic bottles. There are a lot of types of plastics, and each type is made from a different combination of chemicals. As a result, plastic bottles are first sorted into the various chemical types. Then they are cleaned to get rid of any leftover food or other waste. Next, the bottles are crushed or shredded into fine plastic chips. Then the chips can be melted down to create new plastic or turned into a fiber used for making carpets or clothing. Paper. Paper starts its recycling process by being mixed with water and other chemicals to break it down. It then gets shredded and heated up. The process eventually turns the paper into a pulp or slurry. The pulp gets strained in order to remove any glue or plastics. After that, it gets cleaned or bleached to remove any leftover inks or dyes. Now the pulp is ready to make into a new paper. Computers and batteries. Computers and batteries are usually recycled in order to remove harmful chemicals, as well as to recover or salvage some valuable materials, such as gold from electronic boards. The recycling loop. The recycling symbol or loop has 3 arrows. Each arrow represents a different step in the recycling process. These steps are collecting recyclable materials like aluminum cans and plastic bottles. 2. Processing the old materials and making new items. And 3. Buying items made from recycled materials. The benefits of recycling. There are a number of benefits from recycling. These include landfills. Recycling materials means less trash and saves space in dumps and landfills. Resources. When we use materials again, this means we can take fewer resources from the earth. And pollution. In general, recycling materials can make less pollution, helping to keep our environment clean. So what can you do? Be sure to recycle everything you can in your house and school. There's almost always a recycle trash can around. Be sure to drop your used aluminum cans and plastic bottles there. At home, be sure to put paper items like the newspaper, cereal boxes, and homework pages into the recycle bin. Fun facts about recycling. Plastics are usually marked with an identification code that shows a recycling symbol and a number from 1 to 7. This indicates the type of chemicals or polymer used in making the plastic. Used paper can be recycled around 7 times. After this, the fibers get too short and are filtered out by the recycling process. Some waste material is turned into electricity energy by burning it in modern incinerators. Glass is one of the best recycling materials. Clear glass can be recycled over and over again. In 2009, the United States recycled about 1/3 of all its waste. Around 7 billion tons of metals were recycled. All right, so now you have some text-dependent questions to answer. So the first, what is it called when manufacturers take trash and turn it into new products? The next, how many arrows are there in the typical recycling loop? Our next question, what do the arrows of the recycling loop represent? And lastly, there's 2 more. Next one is, around what percentage of trash in the United States is recycled? And our last one is, what is the benefit of recycling? So make sure to read these questions carefully and look back in the text if you need to help you out. Good luck!